I am here with the newest MacDonald driver in the family. Amy didn't want me to talk about it because she wrote her test the other day and did well, and then had to go a rated mile. So if you are a driver out there, you're a young kid or whatever, or you're not, and you went to go a rated mile, it's nerve-wracking, right? You don't want to screw up, and you have to tell the judges where you're going. And I didn't know how they did it. It was a long time ago I took my license. 28 years ago, I got my driver's license. And it was much different back then. So I didn't really know what had to happen this time around. And Amy, being nervous, as she always is, was like a ball of stress. Probably didn't sleep last night. And we ended up bringing JK Victory down. And I told her, I said, don't worry about JK Victory. He'll take care of you. So went a perfect mile, as it was almost like we just whispered in his ear and told him what to go. And Amy went a perfect rated mile with JK Victory, and now has her qualifying license. I've already contacted the judges in Ohio. She can qualify the babies with me on Sunday and some of the other drivers. And I never even thought about this, but I don't know if they'll be quite as lenient in the Meadows. If you want to come to the Meadows tomorrow, there might be a couple of drives there too. I don't know how the point systems work, whether it'll go all throughout the system, because there was a part of me that thought that they would tell you have to qualify here, which wouldn't be the end of the world, but it just would mean that you wouldn't be able to qualify in Ohio on Sunday. And as you just got your license, and I heard the judge say he would put it in the system and he wasn't sure how it would work, but after talking to the judges in Ohio, maybe you will be able to qualify at the Meadows tomorrow. We got a whole bunch in. We got 12 or 13 in, and Tim's got 8 in. So there's lots of work over there if you want to come over and do it. And again, I shouldn't have actually said that in the video, because I don't know how interchangeable it actually is. Generally, when you get your license, that's where you get your license. I wrote my driver's test well, that's not true, because I wrote my driver's test in Prince Edward Island. But I took all my qualifying drives at Blue Bonnets, when it used to be Blue Bonnets, right before it changed to Hippodrome to Montreal. And PEI was USTA back then, and Quebec was not. So it is, I believe, it is interchangeable. I never thought about that till right now, but I don't know if you can just bounce from jurisdiction to jurisdiction to jurisdiction. I don't really know how that works, but a little food for thought. That may be possible also. So we're on our way back. Had just an absolutely tremendous weekend. Ollie's team did get beat in the final, but they ran into this buzzsaw kid, this righty that could clearly throw harder than any other kids I've seen in Ollie's age group. Nash was his first name. I'd like to give the kid a shout out, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't remember his last name, but man, he can throw hard. And through 5 scoreless innings, Ollie's team played really good. Made a couple little tiny errors. As it turned out, it didn't matter. They scored 1 run. They lost 5-1. But it's not, if you've watched Little League games, a lot of the times they'll end up like, well, the game before was 18-3, right? 12-5. There's an abundance of offense. And this game was not like that. This was a well-played baseball game. And listen, they played great in defeat and played great. The game before, Ollie hit 2 triples, and he was mad because he was so mad. They allowed the fathers to pick up the walk-up song. So if you've ever been to a Little League game, a lot of times they'll have walk-up songs. And I changed it to Roadhouse Blues. You didn't even know what that was.
What was
the Doors.
So what happened was, normally the kids pick their own walk-up song, and it's that for the season.
Yeah.
But for Father's Day,
that's right,
they allowed the fathers to pick the kids.
I'm well aware.
Well, you didn't explain that very well.
Okay, so they allowed the fathers for Father's Day to pick the walk-up songs, and I picked Roadhouse Blues. It's like 10-second clip by the Doors. It's a good song. Ollie didn't like it. Amy made fun of it, so I said, fine, I'll fix both of you. When Ollie was a kid in school, when they were learning...
He was like in junior kindergarten.
They learned about the planets. And if you've ever Googled or listened to... Well, if you go on Facebook and click on the video I made of Ollie hitting a triple, you can hear the walk-up song, right? There's 8 planets in the solar system. It's like the stupidest song on Earth, but it's like for little kids to learn the planets, and Ollie's now 11. So I said, fine, you don't like Roadhouse Blues? All right, I'll pick a different one. It took me about 10 minutes to find it to begin with and download it. And then I sent it to the guy that was doing the walk-up songs. And Ollie's face when he heard it was great. So now all his buddies are calling them planets. And I know it's going to stick with some people, and he's getting angry.
Solar system.
Solar system or planets, yeah. I called them planets. Come on, planets! He just looked at me and grit his teeth. I said, that's right, get in there angry. And he hit 2 triples. So the coaches were all joking, well, it's planets now. That's the way it's going to be. So Ollie hit 2 triples in the game before, a single and a walk, I think. He played great both games. He chased 2 high fastballs. No, he struck out once and grounded out twice in the last game.
But at least he hit the kid.
He did. No, he hit him. He hit him square twice. He hit the ball hard to the second baseman twice and struck out the first time up. And it's tough. It's tough to say, hey, don't swing at those. 60 miles an hour at that age may as well be 600 miles an hour. And I told him, I said, I'm not angry. There's nothing you can do about that. I said, you got to try and pick up that pitch coming off the pitcher's hand, right? You can't look for it in mid-flight. It's there. It's obviously not MLB, but for those kids, it may as well be. And I told him, I said, the best you can do is try and pick it up out of his hand. Know that, now the next time you go up, though, and the one thing about those pitchers who throw hard, right? They can't sustain it. They come unglued. They start to wobble. They get a little erratic, especially at that age. So I told him, I said, just, he's throwing a lot of pitches right now. When you come up next time, the one pitch that gets that he can get over for a strike is a curveball. So he's going to throw a high heater, take it, and if you can get to a ball, a 2-0 count, he's going to come curveball, right? So just sit on it. Do the best you can. And he hit it hard, right to the second baseman twice. But anyway, the whole team played good. It was a great tournament. The weather was good. It was just a really, really nice weekend for me, quite frankly. It was Father's Day, and for all the fathers out there, I hope you had a great weekend too. Now, as I said, Amy had written her driver's test. We kind of wanted to keep it quiet because she was worried she'd fail the test. She was worried she'd screw up the rated mile. And I told her, I said, don't worry about J.K. Victory. He's going to take care of you. And she went exactly where she was supposed to go with him. And the horse looked very, very good doing it. For all my partners out there, a good training mile from him. And he looked very happy out there doing his work. So the newest driver of the MacDonald family, Amy, will do some qualifiers, maybe get some amateur racing in. And it'll be a lot of fun. You'll be able to race against Lauren probably once in a while. But we're going to have to give you a ringer, I think. Lauren's pretty polished.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hit you with a ringer.
She's a veteran compared to me.
Yeah. So anyway, the babies went good this weekend. We're just lining up the drives to Northfield or to the Meadows tomorrow. I'm gonna head back here in another few hours. I'm gonna head back to Ohio, and race tonight. And what's that?
This is second line.
Well, this is what we go up, isn't it?
No, first.
Will we go up the next one?
Yeah, it's on first line.
Oh, Curtis lives there, right? I'm sorry. And the vet clinic is there. Yeah, good thing you were here. We wouldn't have been going up second line. And then off to the Meadows early tomorrow again for another early start. Got a bunch of babies to qualify. I have booked my flight to Oak Grove. We have 6 horses headed down to Oak Grove on the weekend. Now, I just thought about it too. I forgot. I talked to Eric about it. It may not make sense to leave Friday morning. Maybe Saturday after they jog would be smarter, because Oak Grove, it's weird, but they don't jog on Saturdays in Oak Grove. For whatever reason, the track's closed. So a lot of the people that are trying to get their horses, keep their horses jogged up, will even jog them in the parking lot. But it's not real. They do, yeah. Well, no, it's a dirt parking lot.
Yeah, but it's still the babies.
Oh, I know. That's why I said we'll leave Saturday. Saturday morning, they get down there. Saturday afternoon, they can jog light Sunday, and then they're ready to rock for Monday. And I think that makes the most sense. So we'll have 5 as of right now. We'll see how In New York goes tomorrow. We may have 6, and I may have to call the rat track anyway, because as I was told by Eric, we only have 5 stalls. So we'll see if we can find another stall, 1, and 2, if how In New York qualifies. He's not necessarily going down there to race in the stake races anyway. Eric said he can scoot him over to the Lebanon Fair, which would be awesome. He could probably drive him to the horse raced, the horse trained with Eric the other day in 2.7 and looked rather good. And Eric knows him now. He had a good hold of him finishing up his mile. He said, well, that's where I could go without making a break. I said, that's the mentality you need with this horse. So very good. So I think that's what's going to happen in regards to our horses going down. Let's see if I can get them right. Degas, Grand Slam Deal, Love Sensation, who has to qualify well also, but I think she will. Love Sensation is 3. Definitely Zena Kemp is 4.
So she's not.
Jailbird, yeah, she's qualifying tomorrow. Jailbird Jog is 5. And we're not qualifying Jailbird Jog tomorrow. She certainly doesn't need to. And in New York would be 6. So those are the horses heading down to Kentucky for their first stake race next Monday, and I will fly in, go with them, and fly out. Also, and Ollie's thing is on Monday also. So a lot, just a ton going on for our family. We have a couple of people noticed I'm not at Northfield on Wednesday. We had nothing in. Mumford and Sons.
It looks like it's going to rain. I didn't know.
No, just a chance of rain. And we're underneath anyway.
Oh,
we're under the canopy. You'll see it when we get there. We're going to watch Mumford and Sons play on Wednesday. It should be a lot of fun. It's kind of my age group stuff, maybe a little younger. Somewhere between you and I is where Mumford and Sons was cool.
I remember some of their songs, but I might only know like 3.
Yeah, no, their songs are good. They're good musicians. So that should be fun. I'm not really a music guy, but that Blossom Music Center, which is awesome, is literally 15 minutes from our house. So it's a real cool place to watch music. And as I said before, I'd only been to one concert in my life before I moved over to Ohio, and this will be our second year in a row going to a concert. It looks like it's going to be our only one of this year also, but we'll see. But Wednesday I'm at Mumford and Sons. Tuesday we're qualifying at the Meadows. Wednesday Dune makes her it's not a pari-mutuel race, her racing debut. Now there is 2 divisions. I really didn't think there would be, and we drew in with Chris Page and Ron Burke own a horse with Peter Otten. She drew 2, we drew 3.
I've jogged beside that thing a few times.
Yeah, she's nice filly,
nice
yeah. So we'll see.
She's not as big as Dune, but she's a little stockier.
Yeah. So we'll see how everything goes with Dune and that other filly on Tuesday. That's our first starter of the 2025 year. I am going to race Cherry's Girl in the afternoon. That will be our second starter. Our first pari-mutuel starter, I believe, of 2025 will be on Wednesday. We have horses entered for Thursday, Friday. It's going to be an action-packed week. Ollie plays baseball Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday camp.
Here, probably.
Back here, likely Tuesday. So Ollie's got a full week of baseball coming up. But he's excited about it too, and he's doing a great job this summer. So our family's going to be super busy. An added wrinkle, we got a new driver to the family. So Amy will be qualifying at Open House Day for sure. And if there's room and if they'll allow you to tomorrow, maybe.
They're going to draw qualifiers today. You can't just show up and be like, hey, I'm here.
No, but I can tell them that you're going to be. I don't know, so I can tell you this right now that you say that. You can't be an add-on because they have to collect your points in Ontario. But if I call the judges and tell them you're coming...
I have an appointment tomorrow afternoon that I would have to cancel.
Oh, darn, you'd have to cancel a chiropractic appointment?
Yeah, do you know how long I've been waiting for this?
I don't think it's hard to get one.
We don't need to rush.
We'll see.
Just calm down.
Either way,
just
I'm going to be at the
brakes,
Meadows. I'm going to be in the Meadows tomorrow. So if you want to attend, I can make a call for you. If you don't, that's fine too. So that's where we're at. That is your Monday in a nutshell. We have nothing to report on Sunday other than it was an absolutely tremendous Father's Day. I got to check in with Dominic. I got to check in with Harry also. See how things were going and how the horses were making out. Everything was quiet today, but it's about to get really busy. Tonight we start racing with Blue Ventura and Admiral Deal, and then tomorrow all babies all day again. Take care, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful Father's Day, a wonderful weekend, and I hope we all have a great week ahead. Take care.